Dear friends, in the Gospel of John, chapter 3, verse 14, we hear Jesus making quite an enigmatic pronouncement. And just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the desert, so must the Son of Man be lifted up. What is this all about? In fact, it is a reference to quite an obscure and fringe story in the Torah, the book of Numbers, from chapter 21. It is one of those episodes when Israelites grumbled against Moses and God, and following the exotic cliché of grumble and punishment, in that specific occasion, God sent poisonous snakes to torment them and kill them. And after they repented, God instructed Moses, "Make yourself a snake and set it up on a pole, and everyone who is bitten shall look at it and live." That snake on a pole was made of bronze and was called Nehushtan, which is a wordplay between word for a snake, nachash, and bronze, nachoshet. It was clearly a powerful healing magic throughout the Middle East. Many such bronze models of snakes were found all over. Some were even gilded, covered in gold leaf. In an arid land full of poisonous snakes, one can only appreciate this desire for protection. But then we are told in 2 Kings that King Hezekiah set to reform and purify Judean religion and to cleanse the Jerusalem temple. And so we hear he abolished open-air shrines, broke down the pillars, and eliminated Asherah. In pieces he broke the bronze serpent made by Moses, which people called Nehushtan, and to which they made offerings. Bronze serpent was in the Jerusalem temple and was clearly worshipped. Some scholars suggest it was a vestige of Judean polytheism. The serpent Nehushtan represented or stood for the Semitic god Haran, god of black magic, but also of healing. In any way, the bronze serpent was a perfect example of a powerful sympathetic magic. And a representation of a snake is to help against the snake bites. And the one who kills as a snake, if properly approached, asked, or petitioned, can also protect and heal. The biblical tradition, as we heard from the 2 Kings, threw it out and rejected it as an idolatry and dangerous magic. Rabbis treated it with clear discomfort and even embarrassment. Memory of Nehushtan was almost forgotten. Well, all of it was until the Gospel of John gave it the second life, resurrecting this arcane ancient magic and using it to introduce its own words of power, its own magic formula, magic spell in following verses. John 3:16, of course, I mean. And that is something you might not know about the Bible. Join us this Sunday when we discern John 3:16 and 17, our very own Christian words of power. And for those who listen until now, I want to offer a few tidbits. For instance, that mythopoetic intuition when sympathetic magic was using snakes to heal snake bites. We are doing it until now, producing serums and anti-venom directly from the venom of snakes, very often. And further, serpents were symbols of danger, and they are until now, and also of healing. For instance, that was the symbol of Greek god Asclepius. And later on, that parallel between snake in the garden and snake on the cross. You can occasionally see it in churches and other places. It was a seal for colleague of Martin Luther, reformer Philip Melanchthon.